Hi, I'm a girl in this generation. I don't like to party. I hate clubbing. I never cheat on my boyfriend. I don't have a spicy side. And I love dressing conservatively.
That was a lie. And that was a figment of your imagination because girls like that in this generation do not exist.
Questions I've seen raised over probably the last year and a half, 2 years on social media is why don't men approach women like they did years ago? It's just funny because I have my take on it, but let's listen to what some of these people are saying and thinking.
Men's perspective, are you waiting on girls to talk to you first? Like, are you waiting on a girl to ask you on a date first? Because that's crazy to me. Like, when you're out in public and you're making eyes with a girl and you're like making it known that you're attracted to her, but you're not gonna say something, how are you not gonna say something? Where are the huevos? Where are the huevos these days? I feel like there's so many like times that guys want to say something to girls and they don't. Like, is there a guy watching this that can give us some insight? Like, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do it? Are you scared? Are you waiting for her to say something first? I like my man to be assertive and dominant. If you want to say something to me, say something to me. I'll give you the opportunity. I'll put my phone down. I'll drop the handkerchief. But I'm not going to do it first. Should that not just be like the standard? Am I tripping?
So men looking for casual dates and our relationships is down 50%.
I asked a bunch of girls, when was the last time a man approached you at a bar and started talking to you?
Guys just don't approach anymore.
Can somebody explain to me why I don't get approached in public? Like, do I look mean or something? I don't know.
So I saw a study that almost half of men aged 18 to 25 have never approached a woman in person. And let me tell you, that was literally the most disheartening statistic as someone who's in that age group and who just deleted all her dating apps because she wants to meet someone in real life.
I have a question for the men. Do you guys still want to get married?
Hi.
All these men deserve like a first class ticket to hell.
Yes.
They need to burn, baby, burn.
I love just the back and forth banter about this topic. But think about it. What has gone on in this country, let's just say the last 20 years, even beyond that? Feminism, this woke thing, I mean, the Me Too, all these things where women were, I am woman, hear me roar. And trust me, women have been held down probably more than any race in this country. So I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to show that a lot of the mindsets have changed and people are sitting back curious, trying to figure out why this is going on when it's so freaking obvious. But then you have this younger generation growing up, because the thing about it is the way, and I always come back to the Bible, the way God designed things was that there is an order to things. So the man is supposed to be the chaser. He's supposed to be the pursuer. So it's out of order when you have the woman being the one doing it. But what's funny is no matter how much we try to push this other narrative, whether it's the Me Too or the I am woman, hear me roar, women's lib, when you try to push all that stuff, you are getting out of order. So you have this chaos. And now you have men who really don't even want to walk up to you and ask you out anymore because they're tired of the crap too.
Yo, I don't see the point of approaching women or bagging women. There's no point unless you know. The only way you get her is if you already know she's into you.
So what if you're out somewhere and you find an attractive woman, you're not going to go up to her?
There's no point.
Why?
Because they choose. There's absolutely no point of
truth.
What do you mean how?
But how do you know you're not chosen if you don't go up to her?
You don't have to go up to her. Yo, when a woman wants what she wants, she shows you that she wants it.
We went on date twice. We hook up more than twice. You're my boyfriend.
Men don't really approach women that much anymore for a lot of different reasons, I think. But personally, I want to be approached. I would love to meet someone in real life versus online. And as long as it's a respectful approach, I'm always going to be nice. Even if I'm not interested, I'm never going to be rude to the guy. But I think as women, we have to give a signal that we are interested before most men will feel like it's okay to like actually approach you. Personally, I'm not going to approach a man. That's not me, but I will make it clear that I'm interested. I will pretty much give him an open invitation to approach me through eye contact, smiling at him, physically like getting closer to him in whatever vicinity that we're in. And if he doesn't take that invitation, then I would just assume he's taken or he doesn't have the confidence to come up to me, which just means he's not he's not for me.
Guys do not approach you at the bar, not
One thing I left out in my previous comments was the whole dating app, online dating thing. I think kind of threw a monkey wrench in this crap too. All this crazy hookup apps, and like I said, there is so much chaos and so much things that are out of order. I don't even know if this can be fixed, because there's so many people who don't even know how to approach somebody up on the street because they've done it behind the computer screen. And I get that fear of rejection and that not having the confidence and not wanting to hear that person turn you down. I get that. I struggled with that at one point in my life. So yeah, you are kind of looking for those visual cues from a woman. At least when I was in the dating game, this was before all the stupid online dating things. That's what I would look for. Okay, is she interested? Usually, like the other guy just said, you can tell because they're usually the ones that choose you, not the other way around.
He doesn't have the confidence to come up to me, which just means he's not for me.
Guys do not approach you at the bar, not because you're not pretty, but it's because of this. I've been going to the bars every weekend with my friends, maybe for the past couple months, and I love it. I love socializing, and I'm single. And my friend and I were talking at the bar the other weekend, and we were talking about how we've never been approached by a single guy before. Like, maybe ever. Which is just insane to think about. Like, I can name a couple occurrences where they have, but it was like people from Europe, and they're like a different breed of people, okay? So I feel like the culture in America is way different. Guys do not want to approach you, not because of how pretty you are or how you look, but it's really because they're scared of you. And then us women over here who are single are thinking like, we look amazing, we did our makeup, we chose the perfect outfit. Why aren't all these guys coming up to us? Even if we're not into them, why don't they just come up? Just to like make us feel good about ourselves.
Y'all, I went out last night with like my little friends. And we was at this place called District Bar and Grill. The point is, I have a question. Because I am like a very friendly girl. But I want to know, when y'all see a guy out like at a bar or a club that you think is cute, or like, you know what I'm saying, you think he gave you a little or whatever, what do you do? Me, I just like blink a lot and hope they notice me. But like, do you say something? Do you wait for them to say something to you? Do you just like hope they say something, they don't say nothing, then it's just like, you know, whatever, I'm gonna, you know, try to go to the bathroom, walk past them. Like, what happens? Because I don't know. I'm a pretty girl. And I be looking regular on this internet, but baby, when I go outside, I do not look like this. And I just want to know, what do you do if men don't speak? Because I know it's not because I'm ugly, because they definitely look. They be... But they do not say nothing. And I be trying to tell people this and this, how people do not believe me. But I be like, when I go out, especially when I go out with my girls, like my girls be getting hit on. They be getting hit on left and right. When I see them, nobody ever say nothing to me. They never say nothing to me. And I'm like, I don't feel no way about it because I got niggas. But I just be like, damn. I'm definitely not going to say nothing to you.
Well, ma'am, that may be your problem. You do need to approach men and say something to them. For the guy to come to you.
He's across the way. I'm over here. He see me. I see him. So I tell him to come over here. I'm like this, right? So he comes over to me and I'm like, I just want to tell you that you are gorgeous. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. You're beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. And I was like, I just had to tell you, like, you are gorgeous.
We need to go back to men moving to girls in real life. When you're moving to a girl on the street, it's off the dome. You have to flow with it. And then obviously she might hit you with a spanner, and then you have to, you gotta think on your feet, baby. Now you get to sit down and think, oh, what should I say? You can even ask for advice. Bro, how do I chat to this girl? So in terms of that on your feet game, they ain't got it like that, yo. They ain't got the flavor like that, yo.
And also, you have to remember, when it's online, you can start speaking to a girl at 6 o'clock, take a break, go somewhere else. When you're talking to a girl on the street, you ain't got that.
You're a door salesman.
It's there and then.
Show me what you got. Sell me this pen. Sell me this pen. You got 5 minutes. My boss is in 5 minutes. Sell me this pen. You had to perform.
No, men will no longer be a dancing monkey or performing for women. And ladies, you can keep running with that whole narrative of, men intimidated by you. You want a man that's real dominant and will perform and sell something to you. No, those days are done.
I feel like women can no longer complain about men not approaching us anymore because women for years online have been saying, don't approach me at the gym. I'm just here to get a workout. Don't approach me at the bar. I'm just here to have a good time and dance with my girls. Don't approach me at the library. I'm just trying to get my work done. Don't approach me at the grocery store. I'm just trying to do my shopping. We have been saying online for years to not approach us places because we're not there for a man and we're just trying to do our own thing and don't want to be bothered with it. So men have stopped approaching women because of what women have been saying. You can't get mad at them because they actually listened. I feel like something is not clicking here because then we have told men to stop approaching us and now they have. But then you as a woman now don't want to approach men because that's not feminine. Or you don't chase, you attract. But now you can't even attract because we all have scared men out of approaching women in public. And now it's like, if you actually do want more men to start approaching you, we kind of got to take back what we said and just be like, no, you can approach us. Maybe just don't be a creep or a weirdo. Approach us respectfully. If we reject you, move on and be respectful about it. Just take the rejection and move on. All right, so if you're complaining that men aren't approaching you, just realize it's our own fault.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give my opinion on something because I feel like we're in the lazy man apocalypse. Men used to fight. They used to fight for their women, but now, why am I fighting? Why am I fighting?
Because
why
of Me Too and
now?
liberalism.
The roles have been switched, and I just don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just done with it. Genuinely, I'm so confused. Me and my friends have been talking, literally, I feel like for the past couple months, especially, the men are gone. There's no men. We're all boys. We're, I don't know what's going on, genuinely. But if there's any good ones left, please let me know.
List of reasons why I think the passport bros have actually figured it out. Starting off with number 1. They're looking for traditional women who value family. Number 2, women in other countries are often very feminine. They let the man lead.
Why do men not understand hints? Why do I have to spell every fucking thing out? Why can't you just one simple little hinting at this? Fucking understand what I'm trying to say. I don't want to have to spell everything out like I'm your mother.
Women are selecting the bear because they say that a man is more dangerous. What do you think about that?
I think that's coming from a lot of women that are unhealed.
Because men are creepy and scary.
They've kind of chosen the bad boy image first.
I found, I'm going to say, the love of my life in Nashville.
And thinking that it would work out to being the guy of their dreams.
And he was about to get married to a girl and all was good.
And then they're unhealed, so they're going to say, yeah, I'm choosing the bear over a guy.
Bear or a man?
A bear. And I feel like a bear would let me go.
If you never get approached by men in public or at a party or even on social media, this may be actually because you are much more attractive than you thought you were.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Women are failing men. Ladies, the reason that no man is approaching you is because of you, not them.
When I think a man's good looking and then I look at him and then he doesn't approach me. Did you not see me just look right at you? That was your sign. That was me shooting my shot. I looked right at you. I looked away pretty quickly. It was kind of one of these, But that was your sign.
Am I the only guy that will never walk up to a woman? I don't care how beautiful she is. I will never walk up to a woman, bro. It has nothing to do with anxiety or I'm nervous or I think she's better than me. I feel it's so stupid. If a woman actually really likes you and she's seen what she likes, she will walk up to you. She will do something to get your attention. You walking up to a woman, yeah, okay, it teaches you how to handle rejection. But I feel you save yourself so much time and stupidity if you let the woman choose.
We just talked about it. Dudes don't even talk to a woman face to face. They don't know how no more because, women they are so mean and so angry, bruh. I saw this. My nephew was talking to this girl. Oh my God, dude, she just killed him. He was like, "Excuse me, how you doing?" She goes, "Ugh." How do you come back from that? Yo, he just walked over to me. I gave him his beer. I was like, there you go, bro. That didn't happen. Let's start over.
You know, in conclusion, the crazy thing about all of this is, let me be careful how I say this, because I don't want to blame it on women, but a lot of it has to do with, see, women were suppressed in this country for years. And you heard me say it earlier, like probably even worse than some of the racism stuff that went on. Now, they may not have been beaten and whipped and hung from trees like a lot of the slaves were, but women have been held back from a lot. Not allowed to vote, basically barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. You know, and it's funny, if you really talk in depth with a woman about it, you start to realize, you know what, they have been treated as second-class citizens. I understand the whole women's lib movement and the Me Too movement, you know, where women were taken back, you know, when men going after them sexually and things of that nature. I get what it all stems from. But the problem is it's created this mindset in society that has trickled down to even our younger generation, to where, like the guy was saying, he's like, they're mean, they're angry. You know, men don't want to go up and talk to you. And it's sad because the women kind of created it, but now that they're mad because of what was created. And I'm sure some of you women will disagree in saying that you created it, but in some cases you have. And this is not all women. It's just the way society has kind of painted this picture and allowed things to happen. And it's sad, really, because getting back to, you know, my biblical roots, you know, God being a God of order. When you do things out of order, you have chaos. And the order was, Christ is the head of man, man is the head of his wife. Men were designed to be hunters and gatherers and pursuers, not the other way around. That's why it's not working. So how do you change this? I have no idea. How do you change the mindsets in this jacked up culture that we live in right now? I don't know. People are influenced by so many different things. Nobody wants to do things the biblical way anymore. You know, because it's just not sexy. It's not fun. They'd rather jump on a dating app and go from woman to woman or guy to guy, sleep with this one, sleep with that one, and just thinking that they know better than the one that designed it all. And they end up frustrated like these women on this app are, because they want a man, because again, even that's biblical. The Bible even says, remember when Adam and Eve in the garden and Eve sinned, God told her part of her punishment would be she would desire her husband. You know, so I truly believe that women desire to have that relationship, you know, and now because of circumstances and history and things that have taken place in history, it put women in a place where they were tired of being suppressed and pushed down, and now they started pushing back, and it's coming out in a way where they're angry, they don't want to talk, you know, and then the reality sets in where they're still women and they're like, you know what, I want to meet a nice guy, I want to have that in my life. But then these things have been created which make the men like, I don't want to deal with that, you know. And it's sad, really, because again, out of order. So how do you get things back in order? My suggestion would be give your hearts to Christ and start doing things the way he's already designed it to be done. That way you won't have the chaos. It's almost like buying a Porsche and the manufacturer says you have to use high octane gasoline in this particular oil, but you decide, I'm going to save a few bucks, I'm going to put some regular unleaded gas in there, I'm going to buy me some, you know, off-brand motor oil. Next thing you know, your car is all jacked up because you didn't follow the manufacturer's specifications. The Bible was God's instructions to us on this earth. When we disregard it and we think we know better than the one that created everything, we get nothing but chaos. So I pray that all of you that are out there trying to find that special person, I hope you do, because I got mine and I am so thankful. But also, we try to live our lives in a biblical manner, you know, not trying to do things the way the world does. So make sure you like this video if you haven't already done so. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Later.